Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. My name's Justin. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I use tarot as well as various other means to channel messages and provide guidance. As I was getting into the mind space to do your reading today, I kind of used the driving Aries energy to get some cleaning done around my house that I've been needing to do. And at first, I think it was procrastination to kind of put off doing the reading, which I've been procrastinating a lot recently, these last few days with getting into the mind space to do it, just because it's kind of this overwhelming task. At least I make it out to be more overwhelming than it actually is. Usually, once I start doing it, it's not as bad as it seems. My Mars is in Aries, and I was channeling that energy to get some cleaning done because I do like to have a clean space to kind of be able to relax and concentrate. Um, Being neurodivergent, just limiting distractions can be really helpful with me being able to concentrate. So, or just to feel relaxed, really. But anyways, I'm rambling. So this is going to be a reading for 3 months out. It's currently August 18th, 2024. It's the day before the new moon, the blue supermoon in Aquarius, which I'm going to post this tomorrow, so it'll actually be tonight if you're viewing this as it comes out. So I'm going to pull from three different tarot decks. Well, four actually. One will be for the rest of this month, just kind of getting into what's going on with you right now, and then we'll get into September, October, and November. I'll do a different deck for each month. And then I pulled some oracle cards beforehand, kind of just to meditate on them. This is the first one that came out was Apocalypsis. I actually pulled this in another reading recently. I'm not sure which sign it was for. But the idea behind this is removing the veil of deception. So what was unknown becomes known, which is also interesting that this came up for this reading because I know I've been seeing a lot recently with transits about today being a day that something enlightening could come to fruition. So something that was unknown could become known. And then a couple other oracle cards that came out as I was shuffling was authenticity, which I really like the artwork for that. And then spirit, and then boundaries. So I feel like these are just going to be themes for you over these next 3 months. I think it's maybe things that were unknown to you will become known over these next few months. And it's going to be important for you to be authentic and just be your true self. Not Don't be afraid to be your true self and fill yourself with your own light. Don't be afraid to live in your own authentic light, whatever that means for you. And then also, it's going to be important for you to maintain boundaries over these next few months. So I am just going to see what's going on with you currently, what was going on with you recently over this previous few weeks during this month of August, or whenever you see this reading. So we got Three of Swords in reverse. You could be healing from some kind of emotional ending. It could be a heartbreak. You've just been working on healing, most likely. You also have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which whenever I happen to see a card on the bottom of the deck, I consider it to be an energy that you're currently moving through or working past or getting over. When I actually did a new moon reading for myself, for the new moon tonight, one of the energies that said that I am going to be letting go of is this Four of Swords energy, which really resonated for me because I've been really kind of just hardcore R&R, rest and relaxation, this last week, which is good. We all need that from time to time. But I'm just at the point I've realized that I need to kind of let go of that because it's become a bad thing in that it's just becoming too much. Um, I've realized, um, I know I've brought this up in my past, but I am in recovery. I'm just over 15 months clean, from everything. But I've come to realize that, sometimes we replace previous addictions with other addictions. Addictions can come in lots of different forms. But I realized anime for me can kind of be an addiction. I love anime. I think it's amazing, and I really do like it, but I can kind of take it too far sometimes, um, and use it as a form of escapism and just to avoid my responsibilities. So that was something that came to mind. So I'm just bringing this up if this happens to resonate with your own story going on. So, Spirit, what is currently going on for Aries? So you could have a lot of fast movement in your mind space with the Knight of Swords in your mind space. I think a lot of truth has become to the forefront of your mind, again with this apocalypsis oracle card that came up, but you also have the King of Swords in your main space, current energy, along with that Knight of Swords, with which swords tends to represent truth and honesty. So I think a lot of things have come to the light for you, and this is actually causing you to be able to step into your power and authority. Yeah, so I think you've been able to make forward movement because of this. And then it's interesting, you got the Queen of Swords too, which came up in the middle of these three cards that came out. And I would say that by getting this truth and honesty, honest self-reflection maybe, or just things coming to light that previously wasn't in the light. Because of this, I think you are beginning to let go of discontent. I think you are ready to turn your head and see the beauty that still exists and start to move forward with this chariot energy. So that could be a huge theme for you over the rest of August. Really just truth and honesty, honest self-reflection. Maybe after this healing from this heartbreak, you are really just being honest with yourself about what happened and what actually is or actually was, like the reality of the situation. Sometimes it's easier to gain some perspective when we get some time away from the situation. So, so going into September, Spirit, what is going to be happening for Aries? So your mind space, it looks like you're going to be really focused on conserving resources. And then I think you're going to be kind of working on your own. I think you have a project that you want to share with others. Um, I don't usually do reverses, but when they come up, I try to put my best meaning to them. But Three of Pentacles upright is usually like teamwork, collaboration, but reverse, I'm just intuitively, I feel like it is saying that you are going to be working solo, but on a project that will require collaboration or is like a collaborative type of um, venture, if that makes sense. And then you got the temperance in reverse. So you might be letting go of not necessarily balance, but you might not be being so hard on yourself about um, like that hardcore self-critic. The idea with the temperance card is balancing your external actions with your internal beliefs. So I'm just thinking with it coming up in reverse, I feel like over September, you're gonna just be a little more kinder to yourself, a little less harsh. That internal self-critic isn't gonna be as loud. And I think that's because you're gonna see the truth in the situation that you've gained over the last month. You probably will have gained a lot of clarity, so you will be able to be honest and be able to kind of see the reality of the situation. So your go-to won't really be being super hard on yourself, which we can sometimes do. But I think when we gain perspective, it is easier to kind of look at the brighter side of the situation or the yeah, really just the brighter side of the situation. So, Spirit, going into October, what is Aries going to be dealing with? Or what is going to be going on for Aries in October? So, as you start to gain some stability with this work that you're putting in and this conserving of resources, it looks like you will start to move away from rough waters. Maybe this is harder emotions. You got the Six of Swords or Six of Bats in this case, in your mind space. So I think as you continue to move forward in October, you're going to move to calmer waters. And naturally, October is Halloween month, hence why I'm doing the Halloween tarot deck. So maybe you'll be just having a little more fun as you step into the Halloween season. So we got Six of Pentacles in your main space for October. Naturally, you'll be giving out candy. I'm sure if you decide to stay home, or you will be giving or receiving from others during that season of Halloween. You might dress up as a witch. You might be also giving um, generously to younger ones. Obviously, we do that during Halloween, but if you have children of your own, this could be a big focus for you during this month. Also, you might just be moving away from these kind of all work, no play energy, and you might be taking time to actually relax and enjoy the holiday season. Yeah, and then you got Queen of Pentacles in your heart space, so naturally I feel like that resonates with this slowing down and being kind and generous with yourself and just finally relaxing. You have the cat right there that you're petting. You're kind of just relaxing, and it's more of an uplifted mood. So yeah, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And then going into November spirit, what's going to be going on for Aries? So you got the Six of Swords again. So I think this theme will continue for you. But you also got the Seven of Swords came out with it. So I think as you move forward and you allow yourself to go into these calmer waters and just kind of be gentler with yourself, you're still going to remain not necessarily vigilant, but you're going to stand up for yourself. If people start to question you or say, "What are you doing? Like, where's all this hard work? Like, where did it all go? Why are you slowing down?" Sometimes we have to do that. It can't be all work, no play. So I think this is going to require strength as well to continue to be kind to yourself because as our vibrations raise or we start to live healthier, sometimes more negative energy can come at us. A lot of times it's projections from other people. Um, I recently started reading the Four Agreements, so maybe that's something you could look into. But one of the agreements talks about people tending to project their own insecurities and stuff onto you. So it's just something to be mindful of um, as you start to be kinder to yourself going forward. But going forward, you're going to have this Queen of Wands energy. So you're going to realize how powerful you are in November, and your ability to manifest is going to be really strong. I heard recently that if you are not neurodivergent, manifestation actually can come really easily to you. So that could just be confirmation for someone. But I think just realizing how powerful you really are is going to be a big theme for you in November. So these aren't shuffled like crazy good yet, but we got three, four, five, and six of wands. So I'm just feeling like this is steps in the right direction with a passionate project of yours. So I think you will continue to make this progress on this thing that you started working on back in September, maybe even earlier, but I feel like the real work may have really started in September or it will start in September. Um, and I think come November, you're really going to start to see progress made in this venture. And this is going to be because you step into your power and you start to work your own magic. I think you will just really start to see the fruits of your labor start to manifest. So yeah, um, and then as I like to do for all my readings, I'm just going to end this with a self-care oracle card. um, just to see what self-care practice you can incorporate over these next few months that would be most beneficial for you or could be beneficial for you. Obviously, if you have self-care practice that you do already that works for you, you can stick to that, of course. This is just a suggestion. So look to the stars. I'm going to say 13 because it's interesting. This will be posted the day of the Aquarius supermoon, blue supermoon. And then the next one won't be for another 13 years. So I feel like 13 could be significant for you. Also, 13 is a very magical number. It's the number, or it's the age that a lot of witches start their practice. Um, and then when I pulled the oracle cards beforehand, I got one of the the Archetypes oracle, and then three came out from the other deck. So again, 13. So this could just be a really significant number for you. Especially going into November, I feel like is going to be very significant for you. Because you got 13 with the 6 and the 7 of swords right above the Queen of Wands, which is known as the Witch of the Tarot. So maybe just remembering this going into November after Halloween season. I know the election will be coming up, but that's neither here nor there. But I think just remembering how magical and how powerful you really are, Aries, is going to be very important for you going forward. So yeah, looking to the stars could be important as well. Like studying astrology. I don't have the book on me, and I'm gonna grab it real quick, actually. So I recently got this book, and it's been really interesting. It talks about your North Node, which you can find um, by looking at your birth chart. For me, I like to go on Cafe Astrology, and then just type in your information there. And then your North Node will be whatever is opposite of your South Node. If you find your South Node in your chart, you can figure out your North Node. Just Google it or whatever. But this could be something for you to look into. Your North Node talks about things you can do in this lifetime that will help benefit you and make this life more fulfilling. Just get more out of this life. If you believe in reincarnation or whatever, or it's just interesting, really, to look at from the people I talked to about this. It's kind of resonated for each person. I think they're all just kind of good points to look at as self-reflection, especially going into the rest of this month. You could start to look at this self-reflection. Um, and yeah, just looking into your North Node could be a good idea for you to start this process of self-reflection and self-assessment. Um, yeah. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I will see you next time, and I will see you in the next new moon reading, if not before then. Yeah. Anyways, I wish you the best and take care.